Hey, welcome to Sports Unfolded NBA Ranking Show. I am your host, Eric. Big dog in the house. Kenny, how are you? Hey,
Good.
we've got so much to cover today. Not only are we going to talk about our rankings, we're going to discuss some trade talks. We got another great Do You Know segment. So, everybody that's out there watching live, stay tuned for that because I think I'm going to stump Kenny on these again. 0-3 again this week, my friend. I think you're going 0-3 this week again.
Nah, nah,
But
nah.
very interesting list again this week. We're going to bring that list up just so fans know what we're talking about. And little addition to the list now. So we get the fans so they can see the arrows there to see where these teams were positioned, if they went up or down. So at 5, the Cleveland Cavaliers jump back on the list. At 4, big drop, 3 spots. Philadelphia 76ers. You're going to have to explain that one to me. At 3, Milwaukee Bucks. At 2, the Denver Nuggets. Boston Celtics reclaim the number 1 spot, Kenny. So I guess the first thing I would ask you, Philadelphia, 8-2 in their last 10. How'd they drop 3 spots on your list?
Their defense has not been that good. They're struggling. They're really struggling. He's carrying the team, but their defense is really struggling, and their bench is really struggling.
Yeah, I think this was one of those things where we talk about that Doc Rivers effect, right? Where they seem to play really well, but then they have moments where they big games, big times, they seem to falter a little bit. Maybe that's what we're seeing out of Philadelphia 76ers. But interesting how Cleveland got back on the list. So I guess we'll start right off with the Cleveland Cavaliers at 34-22, 22-6 at home, 12-16 on the road. Not very good on the road.
No.
111.8 points per game. They are the best team points against at 106.5. So the number 1 defense right now in the NBA. 6-4 in their last 10. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Kenny. They're a plus 5.2 points per game differential, which is second overall in the NBA. So they're not scoring as much, but they're not obviously letting teams score as much. Their last 3 games that they won, Memphis, Indiana, and Washington. Their next 3, they've got Detroit, then at New Orleans, and then Chicago. What can you tell the fans out there about the Cleveland Cavaliers and why they're the 5th best team this week on Sports Unfolded NBA rankings?
Their bench is coming alive. Is 8th in clutch shots. So he's making clutch shots. Darius Garland is doing what he does, and it's good too.
Right. This is very deep. Mobley and their bigs, they're very big. And they can, with their size, they can create a lot of problems. The inconsistency, though, sometimes with Cleveland has been the only downfall, I guess, this season. They kind of play well for a period, struggle a little bit, back down there, then come back. That addition of Donovan Mitchell, what a difference he has made for this team, though, and how he's been able to kind of carry a franchise again, because you think about what he did with Utah, and he's doing it again with Cleveland.
Yeah, unbelievable. He's a player. He's a real player.
Yeah, look, as long as he doesn't get hit in the old, baby maker, I think he's all right. I think we won't have a problem there.
Yeah.
So, dropping 3 spots, Philadelphia 76ers, 34-18, 20-8 at home, 14-10 on the road, 114.6 points per game. They are 4th defensively in the NBA at 110.9 points allowed. 8-2 in their last 10. They did lose their last game. Joel Embiid tied for the number 1 scorer in the NBA at 33.4 points per game. 5th in blocks at 1.6. They are a plus 3.6 in the point differential, which is 5th overall in the NBA. Their last 3, 2 wins against they are one against Orlando and San Antonio, and then lost to the Knicks.
Yeah.
Big game tonight. It's actually just about to tip off at Boston. Then they're home for the Knicks, and then at Brooklyn. What's going on with the Philadelphia 76ers? And Kenny, how did they drop 3 spots? How did they get back to number 1?
It's just their defense. Their defense is terrible. Embiid is just like, he's doing his job, but there They are 28-8 after leading in third quarters. So as long as they lead in third quarters, they're good. But their defense is just terrible and struggling really much.
Yeah, look, I like the Sixers, but we've talked about it several times now. We're not going to keep rehashing the same thing, but they're one of those teams that we expect to be in the playoffs, and then we expect them to falter in the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see that this Joel Embiid situation. Can he carry it? The MVP race with him and Luka. I mean, the man is putting up some numbers.
Yeah, he is.
So is he getting slighted because the Philadelphia 76ers and what people think about them?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, Doc's baby boy is, he's tough, but I don't know about Doc.
Doc might be the key in this whole situation. So
Yes.
another guy that's in this MVP race is at number 3, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the phenomenal job he's doing. 3rd overall in scoring, number 1 in rebounds in the league right now. So keep that in mind. But Milwaukee comes in at 37-17, 23-5 at home. So when we start to talk about the importance of getting that 1 seed in the East, you're seeing it with some of these top teams and how well they play at home. Because Milwaukee 14-12 on the road, so they're about a little bit above 500 on the road.
Yeah.
18 games over 500 at home. So you want to play at home. 114.5 points per game. They're giving up 111.8, 9-1 in their last 10. They're on an 8-game winning streak, Kenny. So they're extremely hot.
Yeah.
They've beaten in their last 3 the Clippers, the Heat, and the Trailblazers. Their next 3, they got a little West Coast trip here. They're going to LA for the Lakers and the Clippers. And then they come back home and face Boston. Boston's going to have a tough week coming up in the next 7 days. But Milwaukee, can they be successful enough to win the championship again? You're seeing Giannis start to play that MVP type dominant role. And then you're also getting Middleton starting to come back into the fold healthy. Is this a fair spot with 8-game winning streak at 3 right now for you?
Yeah. Chris Middleton is the key. Chris Middleton is the key. They're 8-0 since he's been back. They got great defense. The only problem is this West Coast trip is going to be tough for them. It's going to be real tough for them. They haven't seen much of the West Coast, so I don't think they know what to expect.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And then again, that Boston matchup. The expectation is these are the 2 Eastern Conference Finals teams. I mean, if you were realistically looking at it, this is going to be a tale of 2 tapes. Which team's going to try to be dominant in that game to say, look, it's our right. Those games are going to matter now when it comes to home court.
Yeah.
So Bucks at 3, you feel pretty confident with. We got a little bit of Rhode Island Broadcasting chiming in. No. And Harry, they will take over. I guess he feels like Milwaukee's going to be the team to beat here.
Okay. All right.
Milwaukee, the team to beat.
All right.
So one Western Conference team on this list right now. I feel like I'm doing the NHL rankings with Ron because he never puts any Western Conference teams on his list either. But that's the Denver Nuggets. And the Denver Nuggets, again, if you think about it, and he's saying, yup, he is all for Milwaukee. Milwaukee will take over, according to Ron.
Wow.
According to Rhode Island Broadcasting, anyway. Denver Nuggets 37-17, 25-4 at home, 12-13 on the road. They actually have a losing record on the road. 116.8 points per game, 113 points given up. 6-4 in their last 10. They did move up a spot from last week. We talk about Jokic and what he's doing. He 10.1 assists per game is 2nd overall in the NBA. They are the number 1 shooting team in the league at 50.8% from the field and 3rd in point differential at 3.8. So much talent on Denver. But is this more a fact, Kenny, of how weak the West has been? So when I looked at this, there has been no team so far that's won more than 2 games in a row the last couple of games. No team's dominating in the West. It just seems like they're all kind of just hovering.
Yeah. Jokic has missed 8 games all year long, and they're 3-5 when he's not playing. So he needs to play the important games and rest the non-important games. But as you know, sometimes every game counts. You know,
Again,
they have tremendous defense. They're 2-4 against the Eastern Conference in arenas. And look for Bones Highlands to be traded.
Okay, you saved the trade talk. We're going to talk trades after this ranking. That was you.
Okay.
But I would say I agree with you. Look, Denver's still going to have to make a move. And I would also say that the issue with Denver is going to be is they don't benefit from being in a good conference because, I mean, to your point, if they're 2-4 against the East, the competition they're playing right now is going to be interesting. With him, they are average at best. Are we talking about? Without. There he goes. Without Jokic, they're average at best. Then I seem to agree with Rhode Island Broadcasting. Right? To me, Denver's benefiting from. Look, Memphis. At times they look like they're going to be the best team in the league, and then they'll lose 3, 6 in a row, 8 in a row, like whatever they're losing, and then they play well again. It's the teams that we expected to be really good in the West.
Yes.
Golden State not playing well, right? We thought the Lakers would, right? The Lakers would take a step at least and be better than they were last season. We don't really see that. So what you're getting from the Denver Nuggets is a benefit of West teams not playing as well. To me, this might be a spot where I would have had Milwaukee at 2. Just saying, Kenny, because to me, Milwaukee's playing in the East. In Denver, if you look at the competition, not playing the top echelon teams in the league. Just a thought, throwing it out there. Maybe next week. We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see. Rhode Island Broadcasting has joined us, and they are. Look at yep. He Milwaukee at 2. He's already calling Milwaukee he wants them ahead of Boston. But we're going to talk about these Boston Celtics. 38-16, so best record in the NBA currently. 20-7 at home, 18-9 on the road. Third best scoring team in the league at 117.6 points per game, 111.6 points given up, 6-4 in their last 10. They have won their last game, which was against Detroit last night. They are playing tonight against Philadelphia, a very big game. We got to check that out as soon as we're done with this. Yes. But Jason Tatum, 4th overall in scoring in the NBA at 30.9. Then the best point differential team at 5.9 points per game difference. 4th in blocks at 5.4 blocks per game as well. So they're doing a little bit of everything. Can they hold on? Kenny, this is our hometown team. We watch them probably more than any other team. But can you say it's kind of been that back and forth with Boston as well? They've kind of been 1, then they've dropped to 2, then they went to 1, then they were 3rd. Why can't they just stay more consistent? What is this just a long 82-game season in your mind, or is it something else that might be affecting this team?
It's the injuries. It's the up and down injuries. They just can't get it together, and it's just an up and down roller coaster. They'll win 5 games in a row, and then they'll lose 2 games in a row, and then we can't beat Orlando. We can't win in Florida. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down.
Will they remain number 1 in your eyes? Again, Philly tonight, Charlotte, and then Memphis. So all at home. I mean, that's 1+. But this may be a tough week. I mean, Charlotte, they manhandled on Martin Luther King Day.
Mm-hmm.
Memphis, though, again, what kind of Memphis team shows up?
Yeah. Yep.
Rhode Island Broadcasting, they played to their opponent's level. That might be true as well. They don't change that, right? Early exit in the playoffs. Wow, he is just on
playoffs.
We're already talking about playoffs, my friend.
Playoffs.
I am a little shocked by that one.
Mm.
Let's bring that list back up, Kenny, and let's just discuss that real quick and where we're at before we get into some big trade talk. So at 5, Cleveland Cavaliers jumped back in. Memphis dropped out.
Mhm.
Was it Memphis? I believe it was Memphis. At 4, Philadelphia 76ers dropped 3 spots. They were the number 1 team last week. Milwaukee Bucks at 3, Denver Nuggets at 2, the Boston Celtics back at number 1. Kenny,
Mhm.
I don't know if much is going to change next week, but if there was a team that you're saying may move up, may move down, which teams would we be looking at?
Denver Nuggets, they might move down because of the West Coast trip. They're not good in the West.
The West Coast trip, you're talking Milwaukee's going on the West.
I'm sorry. Yes, Milwaukee. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Milwaukee. I
Milwaukee.
expect Rhode Island Broadcasting to chime in any minute on that one.
Milwaukee.
But
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So I would also say, look, Cleveland, it's got an easy road. Detroit at New Orleans and Chicago, but they've kind of been up and down too, bouncing back and forth.
Yep.
So we'll have to see where Cleveland ends up next week as well. But Kenny, we want to talk some trade talk. So I guess the first question we're going to discuss. Oh, go ahead.
No, but before I forget, I want to shout out Jaylen Brown, who tied Reggie Lewis in scoring. 19th. He tied him.
Really? Already?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the ironic thing. Yeah, the ironic thing is he scored 7,902. So did Reggie Lewis. And guess how many games it took him?
How many?
450.
Yeah.
And it took Reggie 452. 50
wow.
Also. So
look
it's
at that.
Similar. So it's similar.
Reggie Lewis, what a great player. We talk about Boston and that bad luck. Len Bias. It kind of started with the Bias thing.
Yeah.
Then the Bird injuries and how he injured himself. Did you ever hear that story? How Larry Bird injured his back?
No.
How he got the back injury? He was putting a driveway in for his mother. And he did it himself. So he was doing all the shoveling, everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And you think about it at the time, like the money he had, what he could have done.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's, look at it. I mean, he's just Rhode Island Broadcasting, just carry it. Get out of here. There we go. He doesn't give any love to Tatum. But Larry Bird, it hurts his back, right? Would you talk about, you know, again, he could have had guys do the job, but nope. You know, the typical hardworking, you know, blue collar. He wanted to do it for his mom. And here we go. He got injured. Then you had Reggie Lewis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the heart and what happened with him. And I mean, just they had a string of bad luck there for a while.
Yeah.
But that's a great stat, man. That's really cool. Reggie Lewis makes Sports Unfolded. It's kind of cool. All right, so let's talk some trades. I mean, we had a big trade already, Kenny. Kyrie to Dallas. Your thoughts?
I don't know what Dallas is doing. I don't think it was a good trade. Kyrie is just, how do I say this? You know what? I'm being real. Kyrie is selfish. To leave those young kids in a state that's in, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how could you, you know, the Nets didn't even want him. The Nets didn't even want him. He was there because, exactly. Kevin Durant wanted him. Kyrie, the Nets didn't want Kyrie. No, they didn't. So they're started to get rid of him. But then he's in Dallas. I mean, him and Luka are both shooting scorers. So who's going to take the last shot?
It's going to be look, the dynamic of Kyrie right now is that if you look at what he means to basketball, he's kind of that enigma. He's such a good player, but yet such a problem. And it's like he's a benefit on your team if he's focused and wants to play. And I think Rhode Island Broadcasting, just right, you put it up there. If Kyrie just doesn't make situations worse. Just play basketball and just be a team player. They're going to be successful. I think it's a great pairing if again Kyrie decides he wants to play, because I think he can distribute. Luka can score. Luka can distribute. Kyrie can score. They both can work off each other. The problem's going to be is it going to become a dynamic where Kyrie wants the rock or wants to be the guy again and say, look, I'm Dallas now. I'm the team. Or is he going to want to play? Or who knows? He doesn't get along with the coach or, Jason Kidd, and wants to out of Dallas, and decides he doesn't want to play. So it's going to be interesting to see.
If he plays, he plays when he wants to play. He doesn't show up to work if he plays. I mean, the reason why Steve Nash got the boot, because he couldn't take control of the team. And this guy's calling his own plays, and he ain't even the coach. This guy's calling his own plays, telling the players, this is what I want you to run. We're going to do it my way, this, that, and other. No.
No, it's a great point. So on the other dynamic of this, though, Kevin Durant. So I guess the Nets have come out and said they're not going to trade him. They want to keep Kevin Durant. How does he react to this? Does Brooklyn make another move now to get somebody with Kevin Durant?
Yeah, they have to. They have to. And I heard they're looking at Siakam and Abdul Nabi.
Yeah, I've heard of Abdul Nabi.
They got rid of Kelsey Edwards for the Kings for cash. So we'll see. I mean, Bones Highland, I think he'll be gone. If the Nets were good, they'd pick him up as a guard. He usually turns shooting guard, but I think he can play point guard, the one and the two.
Yeah, look, coaches and teams need to have a spine. It's a tough dynamic right now in the NBA. The players definitely control the league.
Yeah,
it's not like it was in the past, and I think that's where you, to your point, if Durant makes enough of a stink, I guess he's already sat down with them and said, look, what's the state of the team, where we're going? He's going to want them to make a move.
Yeah,
he's that guy. What they want, right? Toronto Raptors are definitely probably a seller, so I could, to your point, see that. What's the benefit of Denver, though, getting rid of Bones Highland, Kenny, in your mind, if he's an important piece to that team? Do you think it's to get a possible upgrade?
Yeah, it's an upgrade. He's been struggling. He hasn't played in 3 days, so that's a little bit of a sign that says they're shopping him. He might not get traded, but who knows? I know the Clippers are looking for a new guard, so they're shopping Fred
VanVleet.
Thank you. Fred VanVleet, Kyle, Terry Rozier, and Russell.
Yeah, this Westbrook thing. Let's talk about this for a second.
Oh, okay.
What is going? Is he moving? Is it going to happen?
So it's a 3-team deal with the Lakers, the 76ers, and the Pistons. The Pistons will get Russell Westbrook and a couple of picks. The Lakers are looking for Tobias Harris and Cogsberg. 76ers are looking. 76ers might get Noel Owens. No, I can't. I never know. Thank you. Marvin Bagley and Branovich.
How's that benefit Philadelphia?
I don't know.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that is horrible. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah.
That is a garbage trade for. I actually, none of those teams make out.
No.
Like, what are they doing? The Pistons will get squad. Yeah, they don't have much. Yes, that is a good point.
Yeah, right.
That is a great point. But so, man,
because
Lakers making any moves besides Westbrook?
They don't want to give up their first-round pick. So, no, they don't want to give up their first-round pick.
500 team. So, before I get to Boston, Kenny, any other deals that you really see possibly happening?
No, I don't think that's it. Since the Nets are not shopping KD, no. I mean, but Last year he wanted to go to Phoenix. So
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
And hopefully the Celtics will not trade Jaylen Brown, because why do you want to disrupt your core? It's a good team.
Well, I'm not even
Why do
going to
you
mention Jaylen Brown. I agree with you. I would not get rid of Jaylen Brown
no
at this point. I think they need to do it. Oh, look, we got it. Beal needs to move.
Bradley Beal? Yes. Bradley Beal needs to move, yes.
He just signed that massive deal, though, didn't he? To stay
Yeah,
in
he did.
Washington. I can't see
Yeah.
them. I don't think they can financially get rid of him. So
They
I'm
really
gonna
can afford to, but look at but since LeBron is really upset about not getting Kyrie, Bradley Beal might be going to the Lakers. Look out for that one too.
For who though? That's what I'm saying. What do the Lakers have that any team really wants, realistically?
Nothing.
Anthony Davis at 50% player.
Mm-hmm. They got cash.
Russell Westbrook, who any of us can shoot better than.
Mm-hmm.
Like, true. So I don't even see what they could give up right now that anybody would say it makes sense. I can't see the Lakers. Let's talk a little Boston here. So you mentioned Jaylen Brown. I agree with you. We're not going to talk Jaylen Brown, but there's 3 guys that have been really hot in discussions, and I want to see. We're going to go through each one and which one you think would be A, more likely to move, but B, would be a bigger loss to the Celtics if they move them. First one, Grant Williams.
Yeah, big loss.
Second on the team in 3-point shooting, over 40%. He's actually, I think he's averaging almost 9 points a game now. He seems to fit the mold of what they're trying to do on offense. Like, the only issue I have ever had with Grant Williams is he takes too many fouls.
Yes. Yeah.
He's gotten better at not complaining about them, at least. That's a plus.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, not as bad, but I would say like he takes too many fouls, but I think he's a big piece of a championship run. Like them in the playoffs, they wouldn't have gotten to the finals with that one big game Grant Williams had. Like he's capable of having one of those games.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'd get rid of him.
No, I wouldn't either.
His name's been mentioned. Yep. What about Derek White?
He had, you know what? Yeah, he's clutch. He is clutch. He had a great game last night.
Yeah, like I don't. They need a 3-point shooter. They need they need a guy that can be more consistent. Right now, their top guy is Brogdon, and he's starting to struggle a little bit. Al Horford is kind of fell off the map on it. I don't know what's going on with him. He can't shoot anything anymore.
He's old man. Yeah. He's old man.
Yeah, well, you got him for 2 more years, so you got 2 more years. So Big Al.
He'll come around.
All right. So Derek White, you'd keep as well.
Yes.
So Grant Williams, Derek White. So here's your boy, Payton Pritchard, my friend. Double P.
Double P, baby. Double P.
Double P. Keep or get rid of? Orlando ain't moving anybody. I don't think Orlando would move anybody.
No, that was not
just because they're really building that team up.
Charlotte's not moving anybody.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to get? Scary Terry back?
Scary Terry.
Get him back.
Get him back. Where's Isaiah? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's got these.
Yeah, double
Never
P.
Mind double P. He went P.
Yeah, double P has to go. We got too many guards.
He's go. Finally, you agree with me.
Finally agree.
That took how many months of me telling you got to get rid of Payton Pritchard?
We got too many guards. But, the Celtics are known for having too many guards. Just like too many quarterbacks. What was his name that collected quarterbacks? Yeah, need a big man. Need another big man.
You need a wing. You need a big man. Right.
Power forward that can dominate.
They still got that trade exception that they're going to use from Dennis Schroeder that they said they're going to probably pick somebody up. I mean, do you get a Boogie? Do you get one of these guys that has played in the NBA? Like I just they need to make 2 big moves. They need to trade somebody, and they need to pick up somebody that's just sitting at home right now that could contribute. because this isn't going to work for me. And if they keep Peyton Pritchard, I'm going to tell you right now, next week's show after the trade deadline on Thursday, I am going to use language. I don't care. Because at that point, I am sick and tired of hearing about this kid's possible potential. That may be PPP, Peyton Pritchard's potential, which is absolute garbage. He's an okay player who every so often makes a nice play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to get Daniel Tice back. That is the annual Daniel Tice move by the Boston Celtics. That may be out there. That is a great call, Rhode Island Broadcasting, because we may see that again. There's your swing, man. There's your big guy. Bring it back. Daniel Tice. That is awesome. So if you were going to put a percentage, Kenny, on the Boston Celtics making a move, over under 70% chance that they make a trade.
Over 70%. 95%.
So you think it's almost a done deal?
Yeah, they'll make a trade somehow.
They're making a move. Brad Stevens is saying, look, I'm not satisfied with what I have.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to look at, they've got to find a guy that can compete with the Bucks, right? You know you're going to have the Bucks in there. You got a big man in Embiid that you really don't match up well against if Robert Williams isn't playing. And even then, I still say that that's still a tricky situation. Rhode Island Broadcasting over 70% as well. I think it's almost a guarantee. We need a Ray Allen. I don't know if there's many Ray Allens out there anymore.
Nope, not at all.
Best shooter in the league right now, Steph Curry. Although, did you see Clay last night?
Yes.
My man was trying to break his record, 12 threes.
Ooh, yes. 10 to 12 from downtown.
Right, he was trying to break his record. I don't know who they could get. I mean, if Rhode Island Broadcasting, you got a 3-point shooter out there that you think might be on the trade block, chime in on the chat so we can definitely discuss that as well.
Yep, let us know.
I will ask you, Kenny. It is time, my friend, to stump you again. You're going 0-3 again. 0-3.
No.
It's do you remember? Or do you know? Now, we didn't even change it. We don't even do you remember. I don't remember that segment. It's do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know? And we have got 3 questions for you, and we're going to ask you if do you know the answer.
Okay.
So, the first one is, are you ready for this? We're going to talk a little finals, my friend.
Ooh, okay.
Which player has the most final losses in their career?
Oh, the most final losses.
So, there's a pretty big player right now in the NBA who's lost a few. There's somebody that's actually got more than him.
Okay, who's lost the most finals games?
As a player, yes.
As a player.
Most finals series, not games overall.
Okay, series.
So they lost the finals. They lost in the finals the most times. So their teams lost the most.
Ooh.
This player was on there. Oh, he threw out a guy. Isaiah Joe from OKC. No idea. No idea who that is. What's the shooting percentage on that Rhode Island Broadcasting?
Okay, all right, yeah. All right. Let's see, finals.
Most losses as a player in the finals.
Alex Burke from Detroit. He's reaching now. He's crazy. I'm gonna go Alex. Who are they still playing?
They are not.
Oh, jeez, that ruined my dag. Joe, 44.6 points.
How many 3-point attempts per game? This is the stats. We're throwing numbers out here at Sports Unfolded.
Wow,
so Isaiah Joe from OKC, 44.6% from 3-point range right now. Burke's 43% from 3-point range. Okay. Maybe they can. I mean, it wouldn't cost them much. Yeah. I wouldn't think.
No.
I wouldn't think.
Okay.
Who do you got? Who do you got?
I have. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Who lost the most finals series? Oh, it's got to be two players.
Two
You
players
know what?
out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm thinking two players.
almost
I'm
five.
thinking. I'm
Almost
thinking two players.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, you think lost the most finals?
Yeah, I know it's not him.
All
It's
right.
not.
All right. So let's throw the.
Final
You ready, my friend?
Yeah.
You're not gonna believe this one. You're not gonna believe
I know who
this
it
one.
is. I know who
Who
it
is
is.
it?
Jerry West.
Jerry West,
Yeah.
who is the logo, my friend. The logo of
yep,
the NBA is
yep,
the player who's
yep,
lost the most finals
Yep.
in NBA
Yep.
history.
Yep.
8 finals losses.
Oh.
Yes, lost the
Yeah.
most. Joe Dumas. That was a good guess, though, too. Joe Dumas. But no, those Detroit teams were pretty good.
That was Jerry West.
Jerry
Dang.
West.
It was
That's right.
Shaquille O'Neal or Jerry West. Yep. Lost 8.
Jerry West lost 8. Elgin Baylor at 7. And then LeBron James comes in at 3rd with 6.
6. Yeah.
6 losses.
I knew it was Jerry West.
So,
Jerry West.
No, pretty good though. Laker back in the day, but those Lakers teams were good too with Shaq.
Oh,
all right. So the next question, so you're 0-1, my friend. Which player has scored the most points in a finals game? So not last week, it was a playoff game, which was Michael Jeffrey Jordan, one of your all-time favorites. This player scored the most in a finals game. Which player was it and how many points?
Oh,
I'm not Rhode Island Broadcasting. That's not going up on. That is not going up on the caption. Oh boy.
Oh, finals. Man, jeez. I gotta start remembering finals. How much was it? Finals.
I will tell you this. You weren't born. I know that when it happened. If that helps you. You weren't born.
I was born.
You weren't born.
I should know this. I should know this.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I could put that up there. Do you want to go with this one?
No, because I wasn't born. Elgin Baylor. Oh, Elgin Baylor.
Oh, is Taekwon?
No,
Taekwon,
no,
right?
No. I tell you who it is.
You got All right, we got a lot going on out there.
It is. Mr. Triple Double himself.
Oscar Robinson?
Yeah.
Is that who you're going with? Oscar Robinson?
Yeah,
all right. We had some guesses out there. Let's see if any of them were right. Taekwon, my man. Great guess there. Elgin Baylor, 61 points. April 14th, 1962 versus the Boston Celtics.
Damn it.
Right? So not bad.
Oh, man.
Not bad. Taekwon, great job. Thank you for participating. Rhode Island Broadcasting, very good guesses as well.
Wow.
That was pretty impressive. But
good
you
job,
are 0-2, my friend. 0-2. Let's see if Taekwon can get the next one or Rhode Island Broadcasting can get the next one. And the final question is, my friend, and I try to make this one a little easier for you. Which player has the Celtics record for the most points in an NBA Finals?
Ooh.
So Elgin Baylor came in at the Lakers 61 points. And without looking it up on the I don't even know what. So, shout out to the show. Thank you so much, Taekwon. We appreciate all the love, my man. Thank you so much.
Yep.
And then Rhode Island Broadcast. I don't know what he's looking it up on. Definitely not the internet. He's not looking at internet. But that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple guests here. We got
Havlicek? No,
and we
it wasn't
got Larry,
Havlicek. No.
and we got Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. What was the question?
Which Celtics player had the most points in an NBA Finals game in a game? So we got Havlicek by Taekwon. We got Rhode Island Broadcasting with Larry Bird.
It wasn't Larry. Because Larry, regular season game, and then 2 games later, what's his name scored?
Let's see what else you got. You got something?
Yeah.
Okay. And it is.
Oh man. Huh? Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce is your guess.
Yeah.
Might be a guess. So we had Havlicek, we had Bird, you got Pierce. Let's see if any of you guys were right out there today.
He spelled Havlicek wrong. That's why I'm not going to go.
Is that what it is? It is John Havlicek. Do you want to take a guess how many points before I put it up? Scal. Larry did have some crazy games. Larry had some crazy games.
I'm gonna go with
Scal. We got
46.
46, my friend. You are so close. 43. You believe it or not?
43.
All the Celtics greats. John Havlicek, all time in a finals. 43 points is the highest points ever scored by a player. Do you want to guess who's number 2?
For Celtic?
Yeah.
Oh, gotta be Larry.
Try.
No.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's see.
It's not Larry.
0 for 3. He said 0 for 3. Rhode Island Broadcast. 0 for 3. It's actually John Havlicek with 40 in 1968. 69, he scored 43. 68, he scored 40. Who's in third place? Celtics all time.
Can't be Larry.
Crazy. Paul is Jaylen Brown second. Oh wow, Jaylen Brown. No, it was Havlicek. We got Bill Russell. Right. John was the man, right? Especially in the playoffs.
Yes, he was.
John was the man. So Havlicek 1 and 2 all time, 43 and 40. Who's third?
Wow. Can't be Larry.
Larry Bird. Try Paul Pierce, 2008, 38 points.
Yeah.
Against the Lakers. Paul Pierce makes the cut. Third highest all time.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Well, he did steal the ball. Taekwon, great try. Ray Allen. No, Paul Pierce, though. But those 2007-8 team, right? You think about all that talent as well. And even those guys had a tough time. But
wow.
Some great segments. Great segments. All I need is one tomorrow, Kenny. That's it. So tomorrow, tune in for the NHL hockey ranking show. Ron only needs to get one tomorrow to win that. So this has been Sports Unfolded NBA ranking show. I have a blast every week. Check us out every Tuesday. We do our NBA ranking show. On Monday, the rankings come out. Check them out on Rhode Island, on Sports Unfolded, on all our social medias, and Rhode Island Broadcasting. He always gives me a lot of love. But check those out. Kenny, you continue to share it as well. Kenny, my basketball guy, Ron, my hockey guy. You guys have been phenomenal with Sports Unfolded. So check us out every Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rhode Island Broadcasting for our regular scheduled programming, where we covered all of the top sports stories going on in the world today. So much to go over. Got the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. We'll be talking about that. Obviously, the NBA trade deadline is this Thursday. We will definitely have some conversations around what happened during the trade deadline. NHL, we had the All-Star game. I'm sure Ron just enjoyed that so much. I'll tune in for some more for sure. I appreciate that, Taekwon. Just continue to watch us, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate doing this for you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. You're going to start watching women's flag football. Yeah, we got a lot going on with Sports Unfolded. We're doing a little bit of everything. But check that out Friday night, 6 p.m. on Rhode Island Broadcasting. We will be live. You can interact again as well. Follow all of us on that ticker down there that's going on. So many different ways to watch. Follow us. Share the shows. We appreciate all the support. You guys have been great tonight. Taekwon, thank you for your participation. Rhode Island Broadcasting, one of my biggest fans because we do a lot together. Always appreciate that. Check out Rhode Island Broadcasting for not only sports, but they do a lot of great stuff with movies and music. So much going on there as well, and entertainment. Not a bad at all. Yeah. No, thank you so much. It's not a bad idea to watch that. Yes. Check us out this Friday night, Taekwon. We'd love to have you on. Kenny, I appreciate everything you've done tonight, my friend. I will see you next Tuesday to see if these rankings change a little bit right before the All-Star break too.
Yeah.
So the All-Star break, so that may change a little bit of the standings in the next couple weeks here for Sports Unfolded NBA rankings. Check us out on our social media platforms. Make sure you like, share all of our lists and posts. We appreciate all of that as well. Kenny, I will see you next week. I will see everybody Friday night. Tune in tomorrow as well. 10 a.m. If you want an NHL ranking show, check out the ranking show with Ron. It'll be so much fun. All we have asked for every single week is peace on earth.
Peace.